Welcome back again. One more episode of Live Well, Eat Well. Today we're going to show you how to make avocado fries. Remember those Wendy's French fries that you used to have? They're a little tough on the outside, ooey gooey on the inside. Well, this is better. Alright, as you see here, we're going to start with some avocados, some tomatoes, some dried tomatoes, a little parsley, a little fresh basil, and some green onions. And don't forget your one medjool date. So we're gonna get a bunch of this. We're gonna start here with the green onions, break those up a little bit, put those in the blender. I've got a high-speed blender, NutriBullet, whatever you kind of want to use. If you wanted to use a Vitamix, you could use that. I take a full tomato, just kind of chop it up. I'm gonna put a little bit of this one in there too, because I think we need a little extra. Alright, and then all these dried tomatoes, 1 to 1.5 tomatoes and about quarter to a half a cup of dried tomatoes. Remember to put in your 1 date. You want to get that all in there, and maybe we'll dice that up a little bit, make it easier for it to work on. Cut that up a little bit, put the top on it. Oh, one last thing we forgot. A little bit of salt. I always put about a quarter to a half a teaspoon in there just to get it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to throw it on top afterwards, which you could do that too. Either way, that works. But get this blended up real quick. As you notice, I still got my greens. Continue to get darker as the dried tomatoes blend up really nice. It'll get a little bit thicker. Alright, that looks like it's getting just about ready. So you can see that's pretty thick there. Now what we want to do is we're going to take all the rest of the herbs that we've got here, parsley, basil, and the greens of the green onions. I'm going to chop these up a little bit. Now you don't want to put these in first, because what it'll do is they'll just blend them into a pulp and you won't really taste them. The flavor will kind of go away. Chop these up. Once we get these chopped up, we'll just slap them back in there and give them a quick spin. Now, if you saw my last video, I show you how to make dried tomatoes. So these are some of the dried tomatoes I made. As you can see, I got a whole pile of them. Put our greens in. Now I always try to shake it up a little bit, because if I put it in there like that and just shake it, that mixes a little bit. If I put it in there and just flip it over and start running it, I always seem to have extra. You see how I didn't really blend it too much? It's starting to get a little green color from the herbs. You can still see a little bit of the seed, or a little bit of the green in there. It's not all pulverized. We'll just put that into a bowl. And as you can see, the avocados. These are all sliced up. Each each quarter is cut into three or four different slices, as you can see. Do that. Get our tray here. See if we can clean up our mess a little bit. Get our tray going. Just kind of dip them in there a little bit. Depends on how much sauce you like. I like a lot of sauce. Some don't like quite so much. See a little bit here, a little bit there. Now I put them on a Teflex. You put them in there for about 3 to 4 hours. And then you don't have to flip them, you don't have to do anything, just pull them off and eat them. Best fries you ever had, guaranteed. So I'll show you another one, picture of them when they're done. I'll post that on too. So as soon as we get done, let me finish these up and I'll show you the rest of it when we get done. Enjoy!